Appalling archive. Leon Gary Plauché. Dad takes revenge live on TV. Gary Plauché was an American man known for seeking revenge against Jeffrey Doucet, a child molester who had kidnapped and assaulted Gary's son, Jody. During 1983 and 1984, 11-year-old Jody was taking karate lessons with an instructor, 25-year-old Jeffrey Doucet. Unbeknownst to Jody's parents, Doucet had been abusing the boy for at least a year. On February 14, 1984, Doucet kidnapped Jody and took him to a motel in Anaheim, California, where he assaulted him. Jody, the focus of a nationwide search, was eventually found after Doucet allowed the boy to place a collect call to his mother from the motel. California police raided the motel and arrested Doucet on February 29 without incident. Doucet was flown back to Louisiana to face trial for what he had done to Jody. As he was escorted through the airport, he passed news crew who were taping the scene. Opposite the news crew was a bank of payphones, where Gary waited while talking to his best friend on a telephone. He wore a disguise so that no one would recognize him. As Doucet walked by, Gary fired at the right side of Doucet's head at point-blank range. Doucet fell to the floor, bleeding from a wound close to his right ear. Gary placed the telephone receiver down before a police officer restrained him and removed the gun from his hand as the other attended to Doucet. Doucet fell into a coma, and died from the gunshot wound the next day. The entire incident was captured on videotape. The case received wide publicity because some people questioned whether Gary should have been charged with murder. Gary contended that he was in the right, and that any parent in a similar position would have taken the same action. Gary's defense team argued that he was driven to a temporarily psychotic state after learning of the abuse of his son. The judge ruled that sending Gary to prison would not help anyone, and that there was virtually no risk of him committing another crime. Gary was given a 7-year suspended sentence with 5 years probation and 300 hours of community service, which he completed in 1989. In total, Gary spent only a weekend in jail. Gary suffered a stroke in 2011. He died in 2014 at a nursing home after another stroke, at the age of 68. Please like and subscribe for more.